Hello, this is Jude Young. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Connecting Minds. On this episode, we're going to be talking about friendship, the positivity of building good friendships. So I have a couple of nuggets I would like to share for you. Remember, those nuggets are hot and spicy. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around long enough to hear what I have to say for the brief time I have to say it. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. Like I said in my intro, we're going to be talking about the positivity of friendship. So the scripture I want to jump into to give foundation to my topic is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. And I'm reading from the ESV Bible, the English Standard Version. And it says, iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Guys, one of the most important things that's very important about building friendship is being able to make sure that your friend is on point. And that's one of the elements of building a meaningful friendship is being able to help one another. Your needs may not be my needs, and in areas that you have need in, I may be fine in. But I have the means to be able to help you in those areas, and you have the means to be able to help me in some of my areas. Your area may be moral support. In mine's maybe I need to be encouraged, and that's our friendship. I have one, two, three, four, four nuggets for you guys, four hot and spicy nuggets for you guys that I want to cover on this episode of my podcast. And one of the things that helps build a meaningful relationship is a friend who gives good advice. And listen, anybody can give advice. If I get into an altercation or I come across some conflict, a good friend would say, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is the decision that you're about to make, is it worth it? And that's what they normally, a good friend would say. You may want to go over there and put your hands on someone and someone say, hey man, that's not what you do. You're better than that. Don't lower yourself to their level. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. You don't have to go down this road, because we think sometimes we can interpret the consequences of our poor decisions, but in reality, we can never comprehend the extent of what our consequences bring. And that brings me to the next point, is holding a good friend will hold you accountable. If you say you are who you say you are, then I'm gonna need you to assert yourself accordingly. And this is not to say that you won't have moments where you do falter. You won't have moments where you're gonna have cloudy days, because let me clear something up about being positive. Being positive doesn't mean you're going to always have good days. It doesn't mean you're going to always feel good. The difference between a negative person and a positive person when they have bad days is that a positive person know that there are better days ahead of them. This too shall pass. I'm in a rut right now, but I'm coming out of it. Whereas a negative person may say, oh my goodness, why me? Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is real. Oh God, this is really happening to me. Oh, take me now, Jesus. Oh Lord. Oh. And they have a doom and gloom approach on hardship. And a positive person have the ability to just look at a situation, even in negative, and try their best to find the positive in it, or a positive outcome, because bad doesn't always mean bad. Bad can always can sometimes open up opportunity for good things to happen. If you look out throughout history, through some tragedies or people's life challenges, that a lot of good came out of their messed up situation. So my question to you, listeners, what situations are you going through right now that you've been praying, you've been waiting on answers, and you're in a rut right now? And one of the things that I want to challenge you with, as well as answer the question, do you see the positive in your negative? Can you see a positive while it's bad? Think about that. Can you see a positive while it's bad? My next point that I want to talk about, being a good and effective friend, or having good effective friend, is someone who concerned about your well-being. See, this is iffy, not iffy, but it can be a very touchy. This alone can be very touchy, because just because you're concerned about someone, even a friend, that doesn't mean they, the person you're concerned about, and you approach them about something you're concerned about, is going to always have the best approach. They're not going to say, "Oh, well, Dave or Carl, thank you so much for, sharing that you care about me, and I really appreciate it." No, sometimes it's not even like that. Sometimes you may get a mouthful, and sometimes it may not be the mouthful that you were looking for, the backlash. But some friends that we encourage or challenge or hold accountable are stubborn. And I have to snitch on myself here, because sometimes I have friends who check me. And I'll be honest with you, I can't stand it. I don't like them. I don't like them at the moment. I can't stand you. Get out my face. Don't come tell me about something I need to change. Who are you to talk to me like that? And when you're in the middle of, being upset and frustrated and everything, you're like, man, without my face, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know my situation. But once you really calm down and gather your thoughts together, you realize, hey, man, they really cared enough about me to say it. And that really matters, and you go back and you thank them out of respect, say, hey, look, I ain't like what you said, even though what you had to say was true and it was right, but I ain't like it, but thank you, because I know that you care about me as a friend. The next point, and this is my last point, is loyalty through thick and thin. There is nothing in the world like having a friend who's with you when the sun is shining or when the wind is blowing maliciously. That's a good friend. A friend who hangs around when you're at your best. A friend who hangs around when you're at your worst. Look, I have friends like that. And I have also friends who only show up when the sun is shining. Well, I've had friends like that. I should say so. Scratch that. But it happens. And everybody can't handle you when you're down. Some people can. And that's a powerful friend, when they can deal with you when you messed up. They can deal with you when you are at your drunkest, at your highest, at your horniness, at your lyingness. You lie, you lying, and when you getting evicted, and you just cuss somebody out, a mutual friend. I'm just being real on this. I'm just being real, and that's all I can be, is real. Because and sometimes you're not gonna always be at your A. You're not gonna always be on your A game. Sometimes you're gonna have a big fat F on your personal life report card. And it is good to have a friend who's there to be morally supportive through it all. And I feel like that complements a great friendship, when you have someone who's there when you're at your best, there when you're at your worst. But most importantly, that friend, they're still there but it doesn't mean they want you to stay there. Oh my good, that's a good friend right there. I see you when you down, but brother or sister, I just don't want you to stay there. Nah, we got to get you up. And sometimes it may not happen in overnight. A good friend knows how to be patient and understanding, and know how to interact with you. Sometimes, you too, sometimes, you may need somebody to fall back a little bit, but it doesn't mean that you don't have a friend who cares. A wise friend knows how to deal with you when you're down, knows how to talk to you, how to encourage you, how to challenge you, how to hold you accountable. Hey, look, man, I know you're going through this right now, man, but you gotta get up. How long you gonna stay down there? How long are you going to feel sorry for yourself? At what point do you get up? Do you need to let it all out? Scream. Sometimes it's always good to have a friend who you can just pour all out to. I can't stand life anymore. I can't take it no more. People get on my nerves. And it's always good to have a friend that just let loose. Let me say that again. I said it is good to have a friend that lets you let loose. Maybe you need to be in a room all by yourself. Maybe you just need a screaming moment. Maybe you just need that moment. You just need a friend like, look, it may look crazy to you, but it may look crazy to me, but guess what? You got that out your system. Maybe you needed to release all that tension. And a good friend, like I said, is very, very concerned, loving, and caring about your well-being. So, in wrapping up this podcast episode, I pray that you were encouraged. I pray that you got them hot and spicy nuggets. And I will see you guys on the other side of this episode. Peace out. I love you, and stay connected. All right. Thank you so much for sticking around long enough to complete this episode. I hope you got some hot and spicy nuggets from yours truly, Jude Young. In our next episode, we're going to be talking about false friends, haters, frenemies. So get ready, stay tuned, and stay connected. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of... Wait for it. Connecting minds through success. Peace out.